Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nicole and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to do this gorgeous Venice Fling look. You heard me right. Today I'm using Bailey Sarian's Venice Fling palette with Estate Cosmetics. And I know everybody wanted to get their hands on it and it was a bit hard because Bailey Sarian is just amazing. We all absolutely adore her. I cannot wait to show you guys how I did this look because it's just really fun. It's not something I would normally do, but with the shades and the color story of this palette, it's just, you get into things you never thought you would. If you want to see how this palette is, see how I got this look, continue to watch. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm going to get right into it. Enjoy. Using NYX Microbrow Pencil in Chocolate, I am doing some light feathery strokes in the beginning of my brow. I am just showing you guys how I do my brow really quickly because I typically do the same thing each time. And I'm using DIPBROW by Anastasia in soft brown just to give myself some real shape. And just brush that through to blend, and then I'm going to go in with Wander Beauty clear brow gel just to set everything in place. Alright, so I'm going to be priming today with MAC Paint Pot and Painterly. So today I'm going to be reviewing and creating a look with the Venice Fling palette by Estate and Bailey Sarian. So I've had this palette for like 2 weeks now and I've used it once so far. It's really cool, so I'm excited to use it again and kind of get to play around a little bit more with this palette. She is the hot it girl right now, and I know a lot of people wanted to get their hands on her palette, which looks like this. It's a really cute theme just overall. It's really pretty. I watched the video where she did a look with her palette. She explained the inspiration behind it because with this palette she actually hadn't really done, or murder and mystery makeup Mondays wasn't a big thing for her yet. So a lot of people were telling her that, or they were just more so confused as to why it wasn't based around that, since that's what made her popular. So she actually designed this about a year ago and inspired it off of her relationship with her boyfriend and going to the Venice beach, and I just think it's a really cute representation of that. So I'll show you the colors on the inside, and you can see I used a couple of them and swatched them. It's a really pretty color palette. The color story is cohesive. I like that there's a couple prettier shades, like really bold in your face, and that shimmer. One thing I thought was really cool about the palette, in her video she used it as like a all-in-one go palette where she contoured with some of these shades, so I thought that was really cool. So yeah, I have a couple ideas of what I want to do, so I'm just gonna hop right into it. I'm gonna go all over the lid, picking up a little bit of Bonfire. As you can see, it's a really pretty transition color. It's super light and it's blending out really well. I'm using a little bit and I'm not putting a lot of pressure on, because if I were to hold my brush like this, it would give me way too much color payoff, and then that would be super hard to blend out. So just going in nice and lightly, it's creating a gorgeous transition shade for when I apply darker colors later. This color is really, really pretty. I feel like this is something that you can go to use with other palettes when you need just a pretty peachy transition shade. Love it. Now I'm gonna go in with Toasty. I'm going to start on the inner corner of this. It's a really pigmented shade. So I am really just kind of placing it and lightly blending in that corner, just like that. And I'm going to kind of drag it inwards with what's left over on the brush. And I'm also going to pull a little right down here. I'm going to take a little bit of what's left over of Bonfire and just blend them together. So last week I went to my mom's house and visited her, and when I go see my mom I like to do like face masks and stuff with her. So I stopped at Ulta and got us each a sheet mask, and I wound up seeing those TONYMOLY magic foot sheet masks, which I did one either, it was like 2 years ago before I went away on vacation, and I liked it. I was a little scared, so I didn't do the full time, but it did its job. My foot, I remember like my foot peeled. So this time I decided to get them again, and I brought them for me and my mom. So we put them on. My mom left hers on for an hour, and I left mine on for an hour and a half, which is the minimum and maximum time. And today is a week since we put them on, and my foot is peeling like crazy. My feet are just peeling so much. It's honestly driving me crazy. Like, I just want to sit there and peel it and like get it all off and get it better, which you're not supposed to pick at it. You're supposed to let it like peel on its own, but it comes off. It's just, I don't want to be like, I feel like some people get really grossed out by this stuff, so I don't want to be gross, but it like comes off in like big chunks. So it's a really crazy experience, but if you feel like you have like extra skin on your feet and you want like pedicure ready feet, I definitely recommend trying them. It's one of those things that if you're going on vacation soon, you should probably do it like 2 weeks in advance, because it takes a week to start, and then you're going to be peeling for a week on top of that. And sometimes it might take even longer than a week for it to fully peel, depending on your feet. So make sure you give yourself plenty of time. But when you are done, it's super smooth. And I'll make sure to tell you guys how I liked it the second time around. So yeah, try that if you need a good pedicure during this COVID madness. So I'm going to go in with, I want to play with Soul. This color is so gorgeous. And I only swatched it so far, but I'm not going to put concealer down, and I'm not going to cut crease it. I just want to put it right on a flat brush. Look how bold that is. So crazy. And I am going to pat this right in the center. It's a super pretty yellow. I feel like this would look super pretty as a pop on the inner corner of your eye too. But I am feeling it. The rose tattoo. I'm going to place it in the corner. On the inner corner. And I'm just patting it down. Now I'm going to drag the excess. Sorry, my hair is just not cooperating today. I'm going to drag the excess into the crease. So far, I feel like these shadows are super pigmented. They're blending really well. I wish there was a little bit, I wish that they had one more matte color that was like super dark, because I feel like that is just the only thing that's missing to make this like a one stop and go palette. I like when I don't have to use more than one palette for a look, which, you know, of course, sometimes you just absolutely have to. But I just think it's really cool when a palette has everything. But she's got a lot of the checks for what we're looking for. We want good color payoff, check. We want blendability, check. Extra points if you can use the palette extra points if you can use the palette in a versatile way, so you could bring it with you and use it for blush, or use it for contouring, or just highlighting and strobing when you're on the go. So I think that that gives her some extra points for not having the darker shade. But overall, I really like this palette. I feel like it's pretty cool, man. Shut up, Nicole, like Bailey would say. So I feel like this is super pretty as is right now. I'm debating if I want to try adding other stuff to it. What I am going to do is take a little bit more of Toast and just put that in here. Cool. Now I'm going to take a clean blending brush and just melt this magic together. Now I am going to just kind of retouch up the yellow a little bit. I'm going to use Morphe eyeliner. Okay, so now that liner is on, I'm going to finish the rest of my makeup and I will be back. Okay, I have my face on, contour on, all of that. So I'm going to put on a little blush, and I'm using the Orgasm X. And I'm just doing a little bit of a dab and definitely tapping it out because it is strong. So I'm going to make sure I'm holding the bottom of my blush brush and really lightly swirl that color on, because this color is super bold and I'm not trying to compete with the eye. I'm trying to complement the eye, so we do not want a lot. But look how pretty that flush is. It's like a peachy, goldy color. So it's really pulling out the color in the eye. And I'm here for this. Just to soften it out a little bit, I'm gonna go in with Flower Pots and Sweet Pea. And this I can use a little bit more. I'm using it kind of like at the bottom of that peach color and into the bronzer. See how it just kind of gives it more of a pop. Like now I'm all cheek for sure, which is not a bad thing. It doesn't look like a little girl who just played in her mom's makeup. So okay. All right, so I just threw some lashes on and I decided I'm going to take Soul from the palette and just tap a little right under in the center. I just feel like that gives a nice little balance and I like the shimmer. If you get any fallout, just dust it away. And now I can quickly put on a little mascara down there. I didn't want to put mascara on while after I showed you that. Okay, for lip, I'm going to be using the NYX Lingerie Push Up, and this is in French Made. To switch this out, I'm going to use the color Teddy instead. Going with the beachy theme, I'm going to go with Anastasia Liquid Lip, and this is in Sand. I'm just gonna lightly blot the color on, not too much though. While that dries, I'm going to take Tiramisu and I'm applying most of it in the center and then blending it out. What am I missing? The most important thing, highlighter. So I'm going to use ColourPop Monster. A little on my nose. My cheeks. I'm going to use my limited edition Snow Flushed by MAC Extra Dimension, and I'm just going to put a little pop on my inner corner because I feel like this would definitely go well here. So this is the final look. I really think that this palette is worth it. It really isn't too expensive when you buy it outright. I did get mine through Ipsy, and I feel like it's just a really pretty overall look. The colors are bold. I feel like this is like a real Venice Fling sunset type look. I think this palette is super versatile and will give you a lot of options overall. I definitely think there's a lot of fun things you can do. I think like this color and this color would look super pretty. I feel like you could come up with a really cool look with that. So tell me below what you guys thought of this palette and what you think of this look. Um, I don't really need to know what you think about Billy Sarian because I love her. I think the general consensus is we all absolutely adore her. So I'm really excited to see this palette come out, and I'm super excited to see what else she does in the future. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe below. And I will see you guys next time. Love you. Bye.